A very good morning. Thank you for joining us on this edition of the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. I'm Therunee Karunaratne. As always, we're coming to you live from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. This morning too, we've got quite a bit to get into. News from here at home, news from overseas, as well as sports news. So let's dive right in. Starting off with our local news for this morning. The Ministry of Trade, Commerce and Food Security has announced that stocks of government-imported salt are expected to arrive in Sri Lanka by this evening. This step comes in response to recent supply issues and aims to stabilize the local market. Speaking over the phone, Deputy Minister R.M. Jayawardena confirmed that salt will be available for purchase starting this morning, adding that the current shortage is expected to be fully resolved within a week. He also noted that a separate consignment imported by private sector had already arrived in the country as of yesterday. He further stated that from next week onwards, consumers will be able to purchase salt without any shortages as adequate stocks will be available in the Sri Lankan market. Now, the total quantity of salt being imported to the country amounts to 30,000 metric tons, and this move is aimed at stabilizing the local market and ensuring consistent availability of salt stocks for consumers across the island. Meanwhile, public consultations regarding the proposed electricity tariff revision for this year are set to begin tomorrow and will continue until the 5th of June at the provincial level. Now, the first public hearing will be held centre in the Sabaragamuwa province of Sri Lanka at the auditorium of the Ratnapura District Secretariat, where members of the general public will have the opportunity to share their views as well as concerns about this proposed electricity tariff revision. According to Jayannath Herath, Director of Communications at the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka, further details regarding the public consultation within the Sabaragamuwa province can be obtained if you call the number 076 322 4610. That number once again 076 322 4610. The Ceylon Electricity Board had proposed an 18.3% hike in electricity tariffs compared to the current rates. However, the CEB notes that the new proposed rate is still 5.4% lower than the tariff implemented in January this year. The PUCSL will gather public feedback from across the country during this consultation period before making a final decision on this revision proposal. Let's move on to the weather forecast for today. As we all know by now, the southwest monsoon has established across the island. The Met Department now forecasts that showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, northwestern and central provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. A few showers may occur in the north central province as well. Showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in the Uva province and in the Ampara district during the evening or night. Fairly strong winds of about 30 to 40 kilometers per hour can be expected at times over the western slopes of the central hills and in the northern, north central, northwestern and southern provinces, as well as in the Trincomalee district. Now, as always, the general public is requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. We have another very important local news item, especially concerning the government sector. Now, in line with the government's digital transformation policy, the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has launched a new digital fuel card system aimed at enhancing efficiency and curbing irregularities in the distribution of fuel to government vehicles. Speaking over the phone, Dr. Mayura Nettikumarage, Managing Director at the CPC, said that under this initiative, all government vehicles will be issued a dedicated digital fuel card. He went on to note that fuel can be obtained from any Sipetco filling station island-wide, offering greater flexibility and convenience to government institutions. He further explained that the new system will significantly reduce the documentation process involved, making fuel distribution as well as record keeping even more efficient. Dr. Nettikumarage also emphasized that each vehicle will be assigned a unique card which will help ensure transparency and traceability in fuel usage across all state institutions. This digital fuel card system is expected to contribute to better accountability, operational efficiency, as well as improved governance in public sector fuel management. Meanwhile, the Joint Council of Allied Medical Professionals has decided to call off its trade union action, which was scheduled to commence this morning. The decision was made following a discussion with Acting Minister of Health and Mass Media, Dr. Hansaka Vijayamuni, held at the Ministry of Health and Indigenous Medicine. During the meeting, Dr. Vijayamuni assured that several key issues affecting the supplementary medical services sector should be addressed promptly. His assurance led to the suspension of this planned trade union action. Representatives from multiple sectors took part in the discussion, including pharmacists, radiologists, medical laboratory technologists, physiotherapists and occupational therapists, all of whom were represented by their respective trade unions. With that, let's move on to news overseas for this morning. Let's start off with the Middle East, and then we have another international news item coming up. But Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed that all of Gaza will be under Israel's army control at the end of the latest offensive in his first press conference since December. Now, Israeli troops fired warning shots towards a group of 25 diplomats visiting Jenin in the Israel-occupied West Bank on Wednesday, prompting a wave of outrage and calls for an investigation from world leaders as well as ministers. Footage showed a number of diplomats giving media interviews when rapid shots rang out nearby, forcing them to run for cover. The delegation comprised ambassadors and diplomats representing 31 countries, including Italy, Canada, Egypt, Jordan, the UK, China and Russia. The group was on an official mission organized by the Palestinian Authority to observe the humanitarian situation there. The Israeli military said the visit had been approved, but the delegation deviated from the approved route and that Israeli soldiers fired warning shots to distance them from that area. The Canadian, British, French and other European ministers summoned Israeli ambassadors in their respective capitals to explain this unacceptable incident, which will fuel already growing international anger and concern as Israel continues its offensive in Gaza and ramps up the expansion of settlements in the West Bank that are illegal under the international law. Israeli forces continued bombarding Gaza, killing at least 82 people since dawn, dismissing criticism from the UK and the EU over the war in the enclave. The United Nations says no aid has been distributed in Gaza because of Israeli restrictions, despite a handful of aid trucks entering this territory. Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 53,573 Palestinians and wounded 121,688, and this is according to details that were issued by Gaza's health ministry. The government media office updated the death toll to more than 61,700, saying thousands of people missing under the rubble are also presumed dead. Let's shift our attention to the United States now. US President Donald Trump ambushed South African counterpart Cyril Ramaphosa on Wednesday by playing him a video that he claimed proved that genocide is being committed against white people, driving farmers to flee to the United States. This extraordinary stunt turned the usually staid diplomatic setting in the Oval Office into a stage for Trump's contention that the white South African farmers are being forced off their lands and being killed. With reporters present, Trump had staff put the 4-minute video on a large screen, saying it showed black South African politicians calling for the persecution of white people. Trump also showed news clippings that he said backed up his claims, although one actually featured a photo from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Trump's administration earlier this month granted refugee status to more than 50 white Afrikaners, despite the fact that it has effectively stopped taking asylum seekers from the rest of the world. But the South African president disputed Trump's claims, and after initially appearing stunned by this move, he still stayed calm, avoiding the kind of row Trump had with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky in the month of February. Let's take a look at this interaction.
No, when you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what it is. And I have other friends in South Africa, I have people that left, one in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land, they take your land and they kill you. It's okay, and they say it's okay to do. Now, we're going to talk about it, but this is a tremendous, look, this is a story recent. These are all people that recently got killed.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it can get any worse. These are and you know, the men that you saw, the people that you saw in that movie, those are officials. Those are people that were in office. They had one march, they had a dance in your parliament, whatever you may call it, legislature.
Well, let me clarify that.
Yeah,
let me clarify that, because what you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy. We have a multi-party democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies, and in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party, which is allowed to exist in terms of our constitution.
but you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can
and then
take
when
land.
they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
Nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately, through criminal activity, are not only white people. Majority of them are black people. And we have now
The farmers are
utilized.
black. The farmers are not black.
We
I don't
now-
say that's good or bad, but the farmers are not black. And the people that are being killed in large numbers, and you saw all those grave sites, and those are people that loved ones going, I guess on a Sunday morning, they told me, to pay respect to their loved ones that were killed. Their heads chopped off. They died violently.
Finally, on to a sports news update for this morning. In sports, it's cricket. Mumbai Indians secured a dominant 59-run victory over Delhi Capitals in the 63rd match of the Indian Premier League held at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. After winning the toss, Delhi Capitals opted to bowl first, putting Mumbai Indians in to bat. Batting first, Mumbai Indians posted an impressive total of 180 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in their allotted 20 overs. The star of the innings was Suryakumar Yadav, who remained unbeaten on 73 runs, anchoring the innings with a powerful performance. In terms of bowling for Delhi, Mukesh Kumar claimed 2 wickets, while Dushmantha Chameera picked up 1. In response, Delhi Capitals struggled right from the start. Their top 5 wickets fell for just 65 runs, putting them under severe pressure early in the chase. The high scorer for Delhi was Samir Rizvi, who managed to score only 39 runs. Mumbai's bowlers delivered a clinical performance, with Mitchell Santner and Jasprit Bumrah each taking 3 wickets. Ultimately, Delhi Capitals were bowled out for just 121 runs in 18.2 overs, falling short of the 181-run target and handing Mumbai Indians a convincing win. And that's a wrap of this morning's edition of the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. I'm Therunee Karunaratne. All you've got to do is join us tomorrow morning as well. Same time, same place, TV1, 7 a.m. for more of the very latest from here at home and around the world. Take care. Have a wonderful day ahead.